Hi, my name is Ashley. I am outside of our desert habitat in our new Wild in Nature building, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about what goes into designing a habitat like this for these types of animals. So we want to recreate the habitat that these guys are adapted to live in their wild environments. So these are both sort of arid desert species. So when we're looking at what to fill their habitat with, we're looking at kind of those similar types of substrates or plants. So in here, they've got sort of a sand desert mixture as substrate, and that they can bury in and kind of walk around in, as well as some desert succulent plants, which look good, but are also something that is safe for them to eat. So they do nibble on them from time to time. So making sure that we're sourcing different things to sort of mimic their natural environment that they are adapted to live in as best we can, while also creating lots of different opportunities for them, such as opportunities to bask and get nice and warm, as well as hide opportunities, things to climb on, different textures to explore, and areas to explore. And then, of course, with reptiles, we want to create a temperature gradient. As cold-blooded animals, they are sort of using their environment to maintain their body temperature. So giving them nice warm spots and then slightly cooler spots so they can kind of choose where they want to be. So one of the things that we work on for reptiles is lighting so that they can have those nice temperature gradients. So some of these habitats have a really cool feature where they have a sort of a tube embedded in the rock face that allows us to drop a lamp lower into the habitat. And what that does is it allows us to create a hot spot or a basking area for some of these more terrestrial animals that aren't going to be climbing on perching and getting really high up into the habitat. So in here we have UVB bulbs that bring UVB down to the animals, as well as a heat bulb that sort of creates a nice ambient temperature of warmth in here, like the desert. And then we have a smaller lamp that is dropped down to create a nice toasty hot spot. So when you come and visit the Wild in Nature building, you will often see them basking in that nice warm hot spot, just like they would in the wild under the desert sun. So these animals can be difficult and to keep as pets, and not a good choice to keep as a pet because they do have really specific adaptations. They evolved to live in certain areas in the wild that have their own climates and weather and ecosystems. So you have to really create that in a human care environment, which can be very tricky. So I mentioned making sure that you create very specific temperature gradients for them that can be difficult to maintain. They also need UVB as well. So every animal is kind of in different zones we call Ferguson zones, and that kind of is indicative of the amount of UVB that they receive. So you also have to provide specialized lighting in that sense. So with all of that combined, you're sort of recreating a naturally existing environment in a sort of micro area. And that can be really difficult to maintain and also very expensive. So very expensive equipment and supplies in order to maintain that, and then constant monitoring to make sure that it is staying in those ranges that they need.